And welcome to Safeco Field, and what a day out for baseball.
As the longtime voice for the Seattle Mariners,
and it's a strike called, and we are underway.
Rick Rizzs had a front row seat to Ken Griffey Jr.'s Hall of Fame career.
He played with the joy of a kid, and he reminded us about everything that's right about the game of baseball.
The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship.
For 22 years in the big leagues, he saw magic.
But as much as Rick likes to talk about Griffey's greatness on the field, he also tells the stories few people know.
What he did for kids from 8 to 80, but especially kids, you know, it was unbelievable.
He told me about Andrew Sneddon. In 1998, the 13-year-old was nearly 2 years into a fight with leukemia. He wanted to meet his idol, Ken Griffey Jr., and Riz heard that from a mutual friend.
So I said, I'll tell you what, have Andrew come out with his mom and dad and spend the day with me. He'll be up in the radio booth, TV booth, come out early, and we'll see if Junior can spend some time with him, say hello or something.
The legends of baseball, and we're sharing the same turf with them.
Andrew's parents, Mary Kay and Jeff Sneddon, will never forget that night.
We're happy to be all together and do something really fun. It really meant a lot to us.
As he stood on the Kingdome turf, Andrew just received the news.
The oncologist called and said, there's really no other treatment that offers any hope at all for Andrew's return to health. And so it was one of those terrible moments where you have to tell a 13-year-old child that he's going to die.
There we go.
Everyone knew the boy was in desperate need of a smile.
So I went in the clubhouse. I said, Junior, there's a kid out there who's his name is Andrew. He's been dealt a really tough hand, and he's not going to make it. You know, he only has a few months to live, and he just would like to meet you and say hello. He said, bring him in. I said, Junior, you know, you're getting ready for it. He said, bring him in.
There were no cameras allowed in the clubhouse that night, but staff tell us Andrew and Junior hung out for an hour, playing video games and bonding before the Mariners took on the Orioles.
Ken apparently just took it on and made special time out of his day before the game to spend that time with my son. I don't know where you even go to, or how you even begin to say thank you for something like that.
2 months after the ball game, Andrew's leukemia took his life.
He was 8 days shy of his 14th birthday. So he was born on the 26th of October and passed away on the 18th.
It's now been 18 years since his death, but the Sneddons hang on to the happy times, like this moment after the Griffey meeting.
Well, I'm not quite sure what they did in the clubhouse, but I think they got something, because he's carrying something.
It's the bat. That's what we call it. Always have called it the bat. We have a lot of bats. We played a lot of baseball. But this is the bat, the one that Ken Griffey signed and gave to Andrew in their one-on-one conversation in the locker room. And he came out holding this carefully in the box that the bat came in.
As Rick Rizzs told us, that was Junior, a man who shared his talent and his time.
He just did it out of the goodness of his heart. He spent all that time, that quality time with a kid who just wanted a handshake, you know, a moment, just to, you know, say hello to him. And Junior spent a good hour with this kid, and it was really something.
Yeah, here you go.
Perhaps his greatest plays were those off the field.
A lot of that credit has to go to Rick Rizzs, the Mariners, and Ken Griffey. It meant the world to my son, and it meant the world to his family and all of his loved ones. And there's nothing that I could ever do to repay that debt.